Okay, welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura, and we were going to talk about Miss Scarlet's School of Patterless Sewing. But I have had some MG problems, and it actually got so bad I could not read. I could close one eye and read for a little while, but it wasn't working real well. So we're going to put this aside and talk about this book next month, which I would believe would be April 10th. No, April 11th. The second Tuesday of April, we will talk about Miss Scarlet's School of Patterless Sewing. So I'm hoping you guys can submit some questions and some comments. Myasthenia gravis, if you did not know, also known as MG, is an autoimmune disorder. They are not sure what causes it. They're not sure where it comes from. They think it could be hereditary. But it's where I have too much of an immune system, and it likes to attach itself to my nerve receptors. And before I got diagnosed, I sounded like I was drunk. I couldn't eat. I couldn't chew. Breathing was difficult. Lifting my arms was difficult. Just getting up and down the stairs. Once I got upstairs, I did not go downstairs again until bedtime. I've been doing really well. I first saw the signs of it back in 2009, and I was officially diagnosed in 2010. So we've had this for a while, and we've learned to live with it. There is an upside. It is not terminal. It is not progressive. It is not one of those where you're just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So there is an upside. If you're not treating it, if you're not being careful of the signs and different things, then you can have some issues. And there are people who go into a crisis, and they need to be hospitalized. Sometimes they can't breathe, so they'll have a tracheotomy. So I'm, and you can be doing everything right, and it can still flare up and be horrible. I've been very lucky. I've been very, very, very lucky. My medicine doses have not been to the extreme that it causes extreme potty issues, where they're basically homebound. With treatment, I can drive. It was so exciting to me when I could finally read a print book. You know, that was a major accomplishment. Marvelous neurologist. And she's the first one who looked at me and said, you're doing really well, but I want more for you. You, as a human being, you deserve a better life. So we're going to try to do more for you. She's also the first one to ever tell me that the Cellcept that I've been taking, which is an immune suppressor, it's often used for organ transplant patients. How many was it? 13 years that I've been taking this stuff, and it's the first time that I've been told I need to get an appointment with a dermatologist because it can cause skin cancer. So she really has got my vote for the most awesome neurologist in the world. And like I said, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I have a good support system. I have a family who understands. If dinner is not on the table, my kids know how to fix their own food. My husband understands. If the house is not, perfectly clean, he understands. So it's just kind of letting you know what is going on and what's happening. It's just been a really rough couple of weeks, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything with it. But I think the worst part was when I sat down to try to read my book, and I couldn't. I'd gotten used to that. I was supposed to have gotten my VivGuard infusion last week, but there was some sort of a snafu. I do have it scheduled for this week. But we're just fingers crossed and hoping that things will go better and I can go back to reading my print books. I even tried to read a book on the Kindle, and it was a no-go. It just, the lights bothered me, and the double vision was still pretty bad. But that doesn't mean the mind's not still cranking, and I'm not still thinking of things I want to do. I can sew for short periods of time. My arms they get real tired. But I've been working on bowl cozies, so be on the lookout for that. I have not made the video yet, but it's coming soon for Thursday Threads. And in fact, there's going to be a couple of different videos on bowl cozies to show you different ways to make them. I've been making some towel toppers on my embroidery machine. I just need to cut them out, turn them, and then put the snaps on and then attach the towels to them. Let's see. I do have permission from a company called Designs by Juju. Some fabulous designs. There is no affiliate link, so I get nothing back from you guys going there. But if you happen to go to Designs by Juju and buy anything, make sure you send her a message and tell her you heard about her from me. But she gave me permission to use her designs in videos to show how to use her designs. And I think she's even got in the hoop designs at like 50% off. I just haven't been able to go and take a look at that and see what she's got. But I've really enjoyed, I made a blanket for the grandbaby from her designs, little baby forest animals. I thought I made some mistakes. It isn't perfect, but I was very proud of myself. Let's see. The So What box is still awesome. I still need to work on the February project, and I've gotten the March box. And I don't remember if we've opened that or not. I don't think I've opened it yet, but I've got that project to do. I'm enjoying trying to learn about the essential oils from Simply Earth, which that got put on hold because there's some reading and some concentration. Right now I'm finding I have a little bit of trouble remembering things. What was another part is I read part of the book and I was like, okay, I'm confused. I don't remember who's who and what was what and different things. And I have not forgotten. I had a question about wanting to learn about Trip Around the World. I have not forgotten you. Promise. Still working with the rabbits. And I think we had a video where you saw 3 bunnies of the American chinchillas. We did lose one of those, and now we're down to 2. Both of them are female, which is really exciting for us because our only female died. They're getting so big. And if you haven't checked out the Crazy D Ranch, we do have some little shorts of some of the babies. Stella, her babies are so cute. I'm not sure how we're going to decide which one of those to keep and which ones to sell. Chloe had, she's got 3, and they're so great. Really enjoying the babies. If it wasn't for the babies, I don't know if I could keep doing it. It's when you lose a rabbit, it's hard. It really is. And we have lost some baby rabbits, and it's been very depressing. But seeing the ones that have made it, that really helps out a lot. Being able to, as morbid as this sounds, hold one. You can tell it's about to die, but if you can hold it and love on it, and it die knowing it's loved, it, as it sounds horrible in a way, but just want to, the whole idea of the being alone, and it makes me feel better. Shout out to our preacher at our church, Denny. He sermon last Sunday really struck home with me, and it really got me to thinking how distracted we are in this world, and how we can let little things pull us away from what's important, and how negative the world is. So I'm going to, I've kind of made a decision. I want to start writing down happy thoughts. Start, I'll be like Pollyanna. Remember the glad game? And all the glad verses in the Bible. I've even started going through some of my Facebook posts and writing down some things about my kids. Let's see. If I can find some of them. Oh, here's one. My sister, she used to call fireflies kitties. So she'd be out in the backyard. I was almost 12 when she was born. So Kathy, I love you dearly, but I hope I don't embarrass you too badly. But she would be on the backyard, and she'd be there, come here, kitties, come here, kitties. And that's what she would call fireflies. I'm sure I had more of that. More little things. Oh, yeah. Memories. Shelby says, I think we should get our own comedy show. She said that September 14th of 2010. I think she's right. Oh, yep. And we received our very first Thursday Threads merchandise. It was a tote bag. Nick created the design. So I'm so proud of him on that. So you'll need to make sure you check out the merchandise. He did a really good job. In March of 2010, it was 2:14 a.m. Dave starts talking, and suddenly he's in our room, and we're cuddling. I'm trying to find out if there's a problem. What am I going to do with you? I say, and he just says, just love me. Just love on me. Let's see. We were homeschooling. And again, little Dave, he was a character. Mom, how many years till you're grown up? And I asked him what age he thought made you a grown up. He thought 30 would do it. So they're just trying to write down some things that I know I will forget. Oh, yes. The grandbaby. I think Dave. So, maybe taking this a little bit too far, but I wanted to share him with you. I think he's precious. He's something else, and I miss him. David and I already talked about when can we, possibly make a trip. But we have a lot of work to do in the backyard.
I've got some things I've got to get done in the Rabbitry before
Yeah.
I can hand that off to a neighbor
to take care of.
with.
Yeah. We need to separate out some boys and girls. We've noticed the boys are getting a little too friendly, and we may be too late in separating them, so we may have some unwanted pregnancies. Or, I'm sorry, not unwanted, unplanned. Of course, they need to have their poop trays. They need to have the automatic watering system put into it. The cages need to be built. We need to find out all the genders of the babies, decide which ones we're going to keep. Because I would like to keep a couple so that we can start the new generation. Which adults are we going to sell, and which of the babies we're going to sell. And a lot to do. And I started a project a week or so ago. Got a wagon. I was trying to clean out the Rabbitry some. And I was just getting the hay and the poop. Which rabbit poop is wonderful stuff. Rabbits being vegetarian, and you can just take their poop, and they're the little pellets and things, and you can just pour that right on your plant, right around the plant, and it's not going to burn away at it like other fertilizer would, or like chicken poop would. And
Farmer's Gold.
It's called Farmer's Gold. So I have a rose garden out in the front yard. I like roses. And Emily, Landon's mother, actually gave me the first rose bush for a Mother's Day present. And I'm thinking that was like 2004. It was very early on. And it's one of my favorite presents. And it blooms. It's still blooming. It's gotten huge. It actually got run over by a lawnmower at one point, and it still comes back. So that's pretty awesome. But I took a wagon load of the hay that had been, dropped down on the ground. That's been mixing in with the poop. Because once it's been, tinkled on and pooped on, I don't want to give that to the rabbits. We're trying to use a pitchfork and shovel that up and then take and spread. And I think I've got about half of my garden done. We've had 3 loads. So the plan is I'm going to cover that up real good with the hay and the poop, and then possibly put some pine cones, not pine cones, pine needles. Because trust me, pine needles fall, nothing grows underneath where they have fallen. So try to spread that around to kill all the weeds and the grass that's growing, and then cover it up with mulch. And I think we'll also do that with I've got 3 little fig trees out in the front yard. Try to do that with those as well, but really get them those nutrients from the rabbit pooey. Let's see, we want more chickens. But it's funny, we're down to only getting 2 eggs a day now.
Yeah, I'm feeding 21 chickens and getting 2 eggs.
Yeah, 21 chickens and getting 2 eggs.
Much more, we're going to be having fried chicken.
Yes. Baked chicken.
Well, you can do baked, I'll fry mine.
Okay. We were getting enough that we were selling some. And that was kind of nice because it was helping out. So I think it was the cleaning ladies at where David works, and with eggs going up, they were 4 something, 5 something, 6 something in some places, and he was selling giving them a really good deal. And they're good eggs. Once you've had farm fresh eggs, store-bought eggs just don't taste the same. But they're taking a little while to get used to each other. And we did notice that before when we bought some chickens to go in with our existing 2 or 3 that we had. It took a little while, but they should be getting over that. It's been 3 weeks,
3 weeks, yeah.
Going on 4 weeks now. But the homestead life. We're still looking at properties, but it's going to be a while. But we're both looking forward to the day that we can pack up our teeny tiny 1/4 acre Tennessee homestead and move it to a little bit larger Tennessee homestead. I want some fruit trees and some berry bushes, and we want to have more rabbits and chickens, be able to breed chickens, have a brooder. I'd like to have turkeys and possibly even peacocks. All those they lay eggs and they have feathers and they have meat. Ideally, at some point, there'd be sheep and goats. If I can ever get this under control, learn fiber crafting, but one step at a time, one day at a time. All right. Well, I think that's about all I can ramble on about. I still have a lot of things on my to-do list. I'm still wanting to do some budget-friendly meals, healthy meals, learn more about superfoods, and make my own instant meals. Instead of going to the store and buying hamburger helper, I'd like to have my own jar with my own mixes. Less preservatives. Anything like that will be good. Whatever I can do to help any family members with diabetes or that have autism or pre-diabetes or ADHD or anything that we can do to eliminate some of the preservatives and things and go more natural. So that's on the to-do list. Still looking at the Simply Earth, and I think she's added a new module. And I don't remember what it was. It's just my memory is just shot. I don't remember things. I have to write so much of it down so I don't forget. Get my eyes straightened down after this infusion and try to read this book. And of course, lots and lots of sewing. Get back to my Bible blocks. Get back to the trip around the world and more tips and tricks. Anything to help make the quilting easier for me, and I will share those with you. I am sorry that we did not get the book read. It does seem like it's going to be a good book. If you have not gotten it yet, and if you have not read it, you've got plenty of time before April 11th to read and to obtain and read Miss Scarlet's School of Patterless Sewing by Kathy Cano-Murillo. And I hope I said that right. Be sure to check out our Amazon store for links to this book and any other book that we've done on our book club, and also items from Thursday Threads, some of our favorite books, some of our favorite games, some of our favorite movies. You get to learn a lot about us just through that Amazon shop. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, you have to come back. So we will see you next time right here on Crazy Dave's Crew.